Alright, so today I got another video request. Sorry about the wind right away, because once again, couldn't find my mic, and also I realized it's for lightning, and I have the iPhone 15 now, so I can't use it anyway. And I'm broke, so I can't get a new one yet. I'll get there, though. I'll get there. Anyways, video request time. Someone wanted me to go over what I want from my cars in the future, and you'll notice the Honda's not here. There's a very good reason for that. I can't drive both of them at once, so we're doing one at a time. So let's start off with the Infiniti. Yeah, I'm basically just going to be going over the future of these cars and what I want to do with them, and yeah, just all the stuff in the future, really. So starting off with this Infiniti, let's go with the overarching goal of the Infiniti, the end-all be-all of the Infiniti. What do I want out of my project car? I want it gone. I want to trade it. I want something different. That's what I want to do with this. And I know what you're probably thinking. Jack, you love this car. You go on and on about how much you love this car and how special it is to you, how much you have enjoyed working on it, how much it's taught you. And those are all true things. But I got this project car intending on trading it eventually to get something else. And as crazy as that may seem, it's just that's how it's gonna go. And I definitely I definitely enjoy this car, but that's been my plan since the very beginning, to make something new out of this car. What might that be, you ask? I don't know. I haven't really thought about that yet. It's really just kind of when I get bored of this car, I want it gone, I want something new. As for now, though, I'm not bored of it, and I want to keep doing a few more things to it before I get rid of it. We're starting to get to that point, I'll admit, but not quite yet. But let's start off with our short-term goals. Number one, I want to fix the exhaust leak. There's an exhaust leak in my Infiniti. I've told you plenty of times about it. I have a True Dual exhaust system. It is pipes straight from the cats all the way back. No X pipe, no H pipe, True Duals. And that is good for one reason. I can find out which pipe has the exhaust leak. Spoiler alert, it's this one. There's an easy way to tell if you have a True Dual exhaust system like me. It is, you turn the car on, you come back here, feel with your hand here, feel that the exhaust is flowing air into your hand, put your hand here, not as much air, and then you can figure it out. Oh, that has an exhaust leak somewhere in that system. And indeed, my car has one. I would really love to get it fixed. One idea that I had recently was find somewhere with a smoke machine or someone with a smoke machine and smoke test the exhaust. Yeah, not sure how effective that is, but I did see that being done on a different vehicle on a video once, so I thought, hey, maybe it could be good for my vehicle. So that would be nice to do. As of now, I'm pretty sure the exhaust leak is coming from either the secondary cat under the car, which is encased in a heat shield, so I'm not able to see it, or it's coming from the passenger side bank exhaust header. And either one of those is, it's not great to deal with, especially myself. I definitely have to probably get someone to do that for me. The exhaust header, I'd say I have a better chance of doing myself. It's still not going to be fun, but I could, you know, yeah, it just wouldn't be fun, honestly. But the secondary cat, that one would be a lot more, it would be a lot more money involved, because in reality, it would just be me going to a shop saying, hey, I got a leak here, cut it out, throw in a piece of pipe, we're good to go. So that's the plans for the exhaust leak, hoping to get that done. And yeah, that's really the big thing on my checklist for this car right now. Another thing I'd like to do, and just as a thing, from here on out, all the things I want to do to the car are things that I might not even end up doing. The exhaust leak, I am probably going to do. while I own this car. The other things are stuff that I'd like to do while I own this car, but they're not guaranteed. Number one, the AC. The AC in this car does not work. I believe there's either a leak in the system somewhere, or there's a bunch of bad refrigerant in the system, something like that. Because last year I filled this car up with refrigerant and it did kick on the AC for a little bit, about 2 weeks before it quit again. If you guys know anything about that, leave it in the comments below. I'm not really sure what that means. Like I said, I'm learning with this car, so I don't know everything. But basically, I want to fix the AC because that's a pretty important one, especially since it's now getting summertime. Heat's starting to rise, and yeah, it's getting a little toasty in this car. So I'd really like to get the AC system sorted out as much as I can. Hopefully that's not too challenging or expensive, but I have a feeling that it is, unfortunately. But I know my compressor works, so that's good. And another thing that I would really love to do with this car is to get the radio dealt with. As you know, my radio, it does not work. You can see it there. It's the stock radio. I've tried to put an aftermarket head unit in here before, but the Bose amplifier complicates that quite a bit. You can't just throw a head unit in and plug it in. It's not plug and play, unfortunately. The path I'm looking like I have to go down is get new door speakers, throw them in along with a new head unit. Very expensive. Yeah, that's probably a very low priority for me, honestly. As nice as it'd be, yeah, low priority. Next thing for this car that I'd like to do is the valve cover gaskets, because it leaks, and yeah, it's bad, and it smells like oil every time I drive the car for more than 10 minutes. And it's a mess underneath. I don't even need to show you guys, but there's oil in a lot of places. It's not a very fast leak, luckily. It's more just a slow drip. And yeah, that's kind of the deal with that. And yeah, at one point I was thinking about lowering the car, just cutting the springs really, because that's the cheap option. But then I decided, you know what, keeping the car stock ride height is going to bring more resale value to it, more tradability probably. So I'm going to keep it stock ride height. And in terms of anything else, I don't think there's anything I really need or want to do to it. I would really love to just be able to enjoy the car as much as possible. It does what I need it to right now, and yeah, it's a pretty comfy cruiser. Actually, there is one more thing I'd like to address if I had the money and was planning on keeping the car. The shock on this side of the car in the rear, this guy here, is blown, and you can definitely feel it. Also the car, very spongy. I'm able to easily move it with one hand. I don't know if it comes across well on camera, but yeah, if there's two guys pushing down in the car with enough force, it can literally hop that back tire off the ground completely. So that's obviously not ideal. And yeah, that's another thing I don't think I'm gonna get to, but it's there. It doesn't really bother me too much, but it is definitely something I would fix if I was planning on keeping this car forever, basically. But other than that, the car does what I need it to do, like I said, and yeah, really, it's just those things that I would love to change in the future. But like I said as well, this car is going to go away one day. That is a guarantee. This car is going away, and it's going to be sooner than later. And as much as I love this car and everything, I would also love if it could get some love from someone else, and I can find something else to hop in, make some videos about, for. And yeah, I just want to try something new out, you know, if I can. So yeah, that's my plans with this car. Let's go hop over to the Honda and I'll talk to you guys about that one. Okay, so now we have the Honda out here, and it's a completely different day out. Yeah, I ran out of time. I was busy yesterday. Anyways, it doesn't matter because now we have the Honda here, and I'm here to talk about its future. And trust me, it's a lot better than the future of the Infiniti because this one's staying. I really like this little car. I have no desire to get rid of it at all. The goal for this one is just to be the best daily driver it can be. And it's been doing a pretty good job of that, I think. 110,000 miles I just crossed on it. So that's pretty cool. I put about a little over 40,000 miles on this car now in the 2 years that I've owned it. And it's been great. Absolutely wonderful. So that's been a real fun thing. But in terms of stuff I want to do to this car, there is a couple things that I'd like to do to it. Obviously, it's modified a little bit, not too much, but I'd like to do some more modifications to it. I think one day you can already see a spot on the mirror there where the paint's peeling off. I think I'd like to get these mirrors wrapped black like the roof. I think that would look decent anyway. And yeah, really, that's really the only modifications I want to make to like the paint or anything. The paint's kind of ruined on this car. You can't see it here on camera, but there's a lot of little imperfections and stuff. Like here on the bumper, there is, and then it'd be hard to show it on camera, but there's a lot of little stuff. It makes it worse looking. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it makes it to where I don't really care if I get like a scratch or something on it. I mean, it's a good looking car and all that, and the paint is the paint's nice in the places that it is actually nice, but at the same time, I'm not going to stress if one little scratch gets on it. Now, let's talk about other modifications. Starting with these wheels. I want to change them. I know I just got these wheels when I got the car, and they're super clean and stuff. I cleaned them the other day, and I found only one little nick on one of the wheels. So they're in excellent condition. No problem with that. I bought these wheels brand new too. So, I mean, there's been really nothing wrong with them. It's just, I'm not a big fan of them anymore on the Honda. I just think there's too much sidewall on the tires, honestly. And I'd like to get a bigger wheel, honestly. I was thinking like an 18 or something would fill this out nicely. But the problem I'm having with that is if I get a bigger wheel like that, it's going to be in a wider tire, and I already rub in the front, so that'd be a lot more rubbing, I'm sure. And I could solve this by raising the suspension up a bit in the front, but I really don't want to do that because I like where it's sitting right now. I really do. If we look down in here, you can see where it rubs on this little lip right here. You can probably see it on camera bulging out more than anything else, but that's where it rubs when I turn. And yeah, I'd like to get some different wheels for this car. You can see there another little imperfection. That would be cool. I have an amplifier and a subwoofer, obviously, and I would like to upgrade the amplifier, get a more powerful amp, because right now I'm running a 250 watt amplifier, and this same company, JL Audio, I believe it is, they make a 500 watt one that looks nearly identical to this one, and I think just a little bit of power bump would be nice, because sometimes I can just max this out and it will be barely enough. Honestly, I never really run it maxed out though. I always run it pretty conservatively, just because, I mean, most of the time maxing it out is a lot, but sometimes when I'm like partying in the car or something, you know, crank it up to the max, and it's a little less than desirable. So I think it would be nice if I could get a little more power out of the subs, and yeah, really just have a more powerful sound system would be nice, because we know this thing doesn't do much. Although I gotta say, for a stock car, when I first got this car, this was pretty good for a stock system. Now that's back in like 2015 terms. Nowadays, you can find luxury cars with banging sound systems stock, and it's really cool. Okay, and now we move on to under the hood, where there's one thing I would really like to change at some point, and that is this thing, the intake. I'd like to get a new intake for it. I know Canon makes an intake system for this car. It's very expensive though, at $400, and I can't afford that right now, obviously, so that's definitely something in the future. And yeah, I'd like to just get an intake, obviously, for the enhanced noise on the inside, hopefully. And that's really about it. I mean, I could tune the car as well, just get a little more out of it, or just tune it to run right on the intake at all, which is what I probably should do. And the exhaust, of course, although I don't think the exhaust, being an axle back system, really affects too much, because you still have the muffler, you still have a muffler there. It's not just a straight through pipe. So I really don't think that there's any tuning necessary for the exhaust. But for an intake, there definitely would be. So that's another thing I'd like to do in the future with the Honda. And I would also really like, most of all, to just enjoy the car, because I really like it. And it does exactly what it needs to do, which is be a good daily driver while being super fun still. I honestly am so happy with the car and how it's treated me over the last 2 years. And hopefully there's much more to come with the car, because yeah, it's fun. I really like driving it around. It's it takes corners real well. Also, speaking of taking corners, when I get new wheels for this car, I want them to be white, first of all, match the paint. And second of all, I'd like some better tires, because the good old Travel Star tires are all seasons and not very grippy at all. Who would have guessed? I think this car has a bigger than standard tire on it already though, because if we come and look in the door, we can see, yes, size 195/55 R16s. And the size of tire we have on here now, let me see if I can't find somewhere where it is. Oh, there. 205/55 R16. Yes, running a wider tire than stock. That's how you know we're a performance car. Anyways, yeah, those are really the big things I want to change about the Honda. Nothing too crazy, I don't think. Don't want to do anything crazy like, you know, supercharge it, because I know HKS makes a kit for that. I think that'd just be it'd be a little ridiculous for a daily driver, because I want it to stay reliable more than anything. And I think the mods that I have planned for it are going to keep it in its stock reliability, which is most important. I don't know about the hybrid system, don't know how reliable those are. I think they're pretty reliable in these, but I don't know for sure. And yes, I think that is everything I want to do with the Honda. I think I just want to do those few things, make it a little more, a little better looking in my opinion, and yeah, that'll get it right. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe, because I need it. I really need it. No, I don't need it at all. That's a lie. But gotta make you think I need it, so I can get those numbers up. And yeah, be sure to leave a comment below on any suggestions of a video you might have, because I read all the comments and I respond to them. This was a suggested video, so please leave me suggestions below. I love doing them, because I can't keep thinking of video ideas forever. And I'm really enjoying uploading as much as I am now, and I don't want to stop that anytime soon. So, also, I got a fun video coming out later. I'm just going to make it a bonus video during the week. It has nothing to do with cars. You'll see what it's about. So yeah, stay tuned for that if you want to see something off topic, let's say. But yeah, anyways guys, thanks for watching the video, and I will see y'all later. See ya!